Hi, this is Acme with the Bulletin Board Heroes Hero Blocks market for Tuesday, the 14th of December. Starting off with ARGO blockchain, which is a difficult one at the moment. Difficult, I suppose, both for bull and bear. But here we've got this rising support line from back in January. That's currently running around the 96 pence level, and while there's no end of day close back below that, then we've got the chance of at least filling the gap up towards £1.20. The fact that there is a gap there, and we've got both the 50 and 200-day moving averages falling at the moment, does mean that there's a quite high risk of a break of that 96 pence level and then a retest maybe of the old support there from July just below 80 pence. But at the moment, still the glass half full rather than half empty for ARGO while above 96. Onto a stock which has had a rather rocky ride over the recent months, but maybe just rehabilitating itself now. Cloudbreak Discovery started off around, 5.5 pence back in the summer. Just got this line of resistance here, neckline resistance, almost exactly at the 2 pence level. So looking for an end of day close back above 2 pence, maybe to give us a move towards that July resistance line projection at 3 pence. The positive here really is the slightly higher support there for November, and the way that on that turnaround we left a gap to the upside, and that gaps near support can be a decent reversal signal, and so far that has worked for the shares. So above 2, looking for 3 on Cloudbreak. Stock which is in rather more fine fettle from a technical and charting perspective is Cornish Metals. Here we've had the gaps higher for the shares after that bear trap gap reversal back in September around the 10-11 pence level. Looks like the stock is ready to deliver a new leg to the upside. We've already hit our initial target there around 25-26 pence, but above 26 pence we could head up to 35 or 36, which is that March resistance line projection from earlier this year. Stop loss, I suppose, ideally just below the 22 pence level, recent support for the shares, but looks like a new leg higher for Cornish is on its way. Moving along to Eurasia, which has been rather sideways in the recent past, but the message is still relatively clear that any dips at or below the 20 pence level are dips to buy into. We've just had an example of that. Yesterday's low, 19.25, and we've flipped up with the bear trap from below the 19.5 pence level, which was the October support. So let's see if we can get back to the top of the range, near to 30 pence, at least in the first instance, while there's no end of day close back below 19. Easier situation at the moment is Eve Sleep, and here we've had this falling wedge, triangle breakout that we've got. We've gapped off support after being very oversold, so that's a decent signal there, and that does suggest, a great gap that we had yesterday. It does suggest that while we're above the 50-day moving average, we could see Eve Sleep heading up towards the 4 pence area, which is where the 200-day moving average currently is. Stop loss on that maybe back below 2.6, 2.7, i.e. below the top of the latest bear trap gap reversal. On to Codal, which has been rather surprisingly weak in terms of the price action. Here we've got, I suppose, a Eurasia type situation where we are just heading back to retest what was formerly resistance and support. Well, resistance on the way up back in March, and then support since June, so just near the 0.2 pence level. Above that, I suppose we could still run up towards the area of the 200-day moving average at 0.29, but has to be admitted, sub 0.2 wouldn't be a great event for bulls of Codal. On to Novosit, which is clearly going to enjoy the current Omicron scare. Here we got the shares found good support well above the 50-day moving average. That's around 283. And we had a key reversal to the upside, so above the 340 area, which was the break of the key reversal level. We're looking for at least the 200-day line, which we just missed today, around 384, and then up towards a best-case scenario target as high as £5 on any lasting break of the 200-day moving average at 384. But yesterday's key reversal to the upside looking encouraging for Novosit. Another COVID play, inverted commas, is Cinegen, and here we've got this rising trend channel in place since the end of September. Floor of the channel around £1.76, and above that looking for the top of the channel as high as £2.50 or 60, maybe by the end of next month. Moving on to Savannah, which hasn't been featured here for quite a while. Here we've got a bounce off the floor of the rising trend channel from October last year, which is looking quite healthy, around 3.8 pence, and decent end of day close above the 50-day moving average should not only get us up towards the 5 pence area, but perhaps even as high as 6.5 pence by the end of next month. So let's see if Savannah can step up to the plate. Stock which has rehabilitated itself very well in the recent past is Sound Energy. Here the signal was the I suppose 1 day island gap that we had, and then the gap higher through the 50-day moving average, so a double reversal signal for Sound around 1.4 pence, and there's plenty of time and plenty of chance to get in there around the 1.4 pence level. After that we spiked towards 2.1, but it looks like we might have a second go here with the V-shaped bull flag above 1.6. Could see Sound Energy heading as high as 3 pence, which is the top of the broadening triangle from back in May this year. On to Thor, which gets regular attention here on the bulletin board heroes. Here we've got the potential of a broadening triangle rebound, so we don't want to see the shares really close below 0.6 while they're above 0.6. Got the chance of a gap fill move up towards 0.8 maybe over the next 4 to 6 weeks, something like that. Finishing off with stock where there was some decent news regarding what's another COVID play, really, I suppose, in a way, for Velar, and here everything really about the 50-day moving average. That's around 0.06. End of day close above that could end the recent rather painful decline from September's peak around 0.14. Otherwise, it's probably more sideways in the 0.04 to 0.6 area, but everything here hinging on 0.06 breaking. Above that, then we could head up to around the 0.08 pence level, which was late September resistance, but the jury still out on Velar breaking higher. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.